So there is a Snapchat screenshot going around right now that alleges basically that various members of LSU's football program were engaged in an orgy. I mean, I don't think there's any, I don't want to beat around the bush
sex party
here.
is the thing that people have been throwing out there.
Okay, sex party is what we're saying. Okay. So that multiple members of LSU's staff and levels, staff members, personnel people, players were involved in a sex party. When I first saw the rumors, I am no stranger to, well, I personally am, but I know of sex parties that have been had.
I didn't know
no. What I'm saying is, I get that these things happen, but when I saw the rumors, the names that were involved is where I was immediately like, this feels like a step too far, right? I cannot really fathom that this would, that as this rumor is saying that this is what would have actually happened. And for what it's worth, I don't think that it did, or at least LSU is vehemently denying it. Brian Kelly actually was kind of addressed it after the game. Mark, can you play sound right now or no?
We should be able to out of Danny's side.
All right, well, hey, y'all kind of get it ready to go.
Yeah.
But I mean, here's the deal. And it was when it happened, I was the same thing. I'm like, oh gosh, message boards. Here we go. But I'm like, this is not going to grow legs. But then it takes one service to put it out there, and then you had some people that are in the same profession as we are that used it as truth, and I was like, okay, it's a slippery slope there. And you can kind of read between it. I mean, look, there's a player and there's a staffer that are no longer part of LSU, and there's staffers and coaches that are still a part of LSU after these rumors.
Exactly.
Right? So you can kind of put two and two together. One that's no longer here got a promotion at another school, and that's why he is no longer there, not because of anything else. You think any school would have hired one of the people involved in this if he was involved in anything like that? No, they vetted obviously the situation. And so, and again, you had another guy coaching, you had another guy on the sidelines. And so you can kind of figure it out without having to lay it out.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And I feel awful. And it's kind of, I'm not going to say the name because I don't want to fuel any more rumors, although I guess it's kind of pointless, but it's awful for the names to be kind of dragged through the mud like this. And so I hate that this is going on, but I do hope that it gets quashed because, like Jake said, ultimately, if it was true, you would see firings, right? And you're not doing it. Here's what Brian Kelly had to say when asked about the current status of his coaching staff.
Some rumors floating around on social media about something potentially with your program. Are all of your coaches in good standing heading into the offseason with you and the university?
Absolutely, 100%. Yes. Look, I hold our players to high standards, and they know that. And we have a high standard. We have a high standard. I've been in it for 3 decades. We have high standards for everybody that's in our program. And that includes coaches and support staff and anybody that's affiliated with this program. And so they're held to that highest of standard as well. And so there are no coaches or support staff that are currently with me that have done anything that would require me to feel as they haven't met the highest of standards that are required within our program.
So there you go. I mean, that's about as emphatic as an answer as you can get, and it should close the door on all this stuff. And like Jake said, just look at who's no longer on the team because, okay, look, it was Kayshon got suspended. The staffer's no longer there. I mean, it goes back to what I think I originally said on Wednesday, which is that I don't think it was anything. It was kind of funny because I was out here saying, look, I don't think it's anything particularly scandalous, but a team rule was broken. And that's why he was submitted for the Super Bowl. It's why he then declared for the NFL. And it looks like we're back to that, right? I don't think it's anything overly scandalous, but it definitely not what the rumors were saying it was, even though, you know me, and my humor. Obviously, I think I'm not alone when I was very tickled that one of LSU's touchdown celebrations were multiple of the fellas piled up on a bed with the Cheez-It Man. That was just so beautifully on the nose for what was going around and the rumor mill.
I thought way more people would
I mean,
enjoy that.
I was dying laughing, dude. That was like a chef's kiss of everything coming together. But I don't want to make too light of it because, again, I feel like a lot of people's names got dragged through the mud in this.
That's the very unfortunate. And people that have worked really hard and for a very, very long time to get to where they're at. And a rumor like this that, again, someone grabs and puts it now on Twitter, starts to grow legs, and then people in our profession that think it's funny and don't think about the consequences of the people's names in that continue to share it, and then here we are, we're talking about it on the radio in Baton Rouge.
Yeah, so that sucks, but I firmly believe that the rumors are not true. Brian Kelly just told you that as well. The standard, like he said, whatever, it's not true. It's not true. We don't need to say anything else on it.